everybody. Welcome back to Bridgewater Student Ministries. I'm really glad that you could be here today. My name is David, and I get to serve as the Director of Student Ministries here at Bridgewater. I hope that you had a great summer, and I hope that you're so far having a great start to your school year. I'm always amazed at how quickly summer goes by and how fast the school year hits us. I'm on my 4th year of coaching junior high soccer, and we always get practices started in the beginning of August, and it seems like that comes earlier every single year. And whether you hate school, love school, or somewhere in between, I would love for all of us to make the most of this school year. And so as we get into the 2025-2026 school year, I wanted to give you some things to expect in student ministries, some plans for the year, and one encouragement for you. And so as we go through this, I'm going to share some random facts about me, some of which you might find surprising. Are you ready for the first one? For most of my life, my favorite color was purple. Not a lavender purple, I'm talking a dark, rich purple. You know, the color of royalty, that kind of stuff. For quite a few years as an adult, I thought it still was purple, but then I finally realized I owned almost nothing that was purple, and everything that I bought was black, so I guess it's black now. Anyway, here are some things that you can expect in student ministry. You can expect people to make fun of my height.
I'm a full-grown man at all of 5'5", and it seems like making jokes about my height has become an important part of our culture here.
And listen, I'm here for it. Just do me a favor and come up with some creative insults, not just the same boring one over and over again. Well, secondly, you can expect to have some fun. We take the Bible and God seriously, but clearly we don't take ourselves too seriously. In fact, we believe that God is actually more for your good and your joy and your happiness than you are, and so we don't see it as unspiritual to have a good time. Next, you can expect a normal night of student ministry to include some games, a snack, some video teaching, and time in your small groups, which are divided by age and gender, discussing what is going on in your life and what was talked about in the video teaching. Some nights we'll have some special events that might look a little bit different, but those are the things that will make up the average night here at student ministry. Well, next, you can expect Phil and Noah, who edit these videos, to add some goofy things into them, really just for fun. You can expect to learn, and you could expect to grow if you engage with your small group and relationships with other students and leaders and the teaching and your Bible reading and more. If you engage in those things, you can grow. All right, here's another random fact. I spent 2 years in college in a smaller select choir that was called Chamber Singers. I had no experience in singing in choir. I had no training in music. I couldn't read sheet music, so I'm not really sure how I got there, but I actually really enjoyed it. Sometimes I miss singing with that group of 10 or so people. We got to practice in this really old building with really cool acoustics, and we weren't half bad, so it was a lot of fun. All right, next I want to share a few plans for this year. We've changed some of our events around, and so if you've been around for a while, things will look just a little bit different. Hopefully, last week you got a schedule for the year, and you gave that to your parents instead of just holding on to it or letting it get lost in your bag or the trash can. If not, please do that this week. Make sure they get that copy of that. We're going to have a couple of campus events scattered throughout the year, as well as some central events where we get everyone from all of our locations together. Our high schoolers will have a chance to go off-site a couple of times throughout the year and do something special with your small group. Make sure you listen to your leaders as those come up. The first one's going to be in October. For middle school, on those days, it'll be business as usual. Two of the central events I want to highlight quickly are our next United event, which will be on October 19th at the Montrose campus. This will be a great time of getting all of our locations together for some worship, a message, games, and food, and more. And then next, one night is going to be coming up on November 7th. This is where we go to the Montrose High School for a night of dodgeball, inflatables, pizza, movies, giveaways, and more. We hope that you and some friends can join us for those. We've also got snow camp planned for the end of January 2026, and middle school launch and Word of Life Island for high schoolers in July of next year. Okay, final random fact about me. I'm related to Josh Jones, our lead pastor. Let's see if you can track with me on this. He is my dad's brother's daughter's husband's brother's wife's brother-in-law. His sister-in-law married a guy whose brother married my cousin. So basically, we're brothers, right? All right, last but not least, let me give you one encouragement as we get into this year. This year, I'd love to see every student invite at least one friend every month to come with them to church and to student ministry. If you found any kind of encouragement, growth, fun, or meaningful relationships here, don't you want that for your friends? And isn't just about anything more fun when you do it with friends? And listen, I get it. Sometimes it could be a little bit awkward if they've never been to church or anything like that, but my encouragement to you would be to not say no for them. So often, we just think that they won't be interested, so we don't even bother inviting, when in reality, they might be far more interested than we might think. One study would suggest that about 50% of young people would consider going to church if they are invited. Listen, those are some decent odds, so why not try? I'm praying that we see a year of growth like never before as we invest in our friends and invite them to come. In a few minutes, you're going to get into your small groups, and in that group, you're going to get a student questionnaire from your leader. This is something we're adding this year as a way to help your leaders get to know you and be able to interact with you outside of just Sunday afternoon. And so do us a favor and fill those out as best as you can and lean in as we get this year started. I'm praying you each have a great year in student ministry and in life in general. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next week.